going on, everybody? We are going to jump right into this workout. A lot of you should be used to having to see the whiteboard with me. I know everybody hates it when I pull this thing out, but that's fine with me. I don't care how much you hate it. I'm trusting that you did your own warm-ups. So like I said, we're just going to jump right into this. We are going to start off with 20 slingshot press. Just again to say, today's workout, we are just doing kettlebells. If you have one heavy and one light, that is ideal, but you can get away with just a single kettlebell for this whole workout. So this whiteboard workout, we're doing the 20, 15, 10, and 5. We're doing this for 5 rounds. That means that you have to keep track of your repetitions and you have to make sure you remember what round you're on, because there's nothing worse than getting close to the end and going, am I on round 4 or on 5 right now? Because if you do that, you got to start over. So the moves are going to be 20 slingshot press. For that one, we're going to loop through the legs, switch hands, and I call this the bowler catch. So I catch the globe with my palm and I press. That would be 1. Loop through, catch, and 2. You have 20 of those, followed by 15 jump to front extension, and you're going to do that extension when you're at the bottom of your squat. So the move is going to be jump, land soft, push it away. Notice as I do that, I'm keeping a strong and neutral spine when I load up into my squat. So power up, load into the squat, push away, pull it back. You have 15 of those. That is going to be followed by 10 sit-ups. We're going to be doing side extensions every time we come up. So from the ground, we're going to go all the way down. When I come up, I'm going to push it out to the side. Drop back down, sit up, push it to the other side. Every time you come up and push to a side, that counts as 1 repetition. So don't feel like you need to do 10 on each side. It would be 1, lean back, sit up, 2. And that's going to be followed by 5 push-ups with 1 hand on the kettlebell. This one, we are doing 5 each side. So based on the kettlebell that you have, if you have one of the sports styles or if you're using a bigger one that has a wider base, you can just get your hand in the handle on top of the globe. If you have the wider base ones, I like to do this with my hand on top, but you risk it being wobbly and you smacking your knuckles. So if you have one that has a narrower base or it feels wobbly, or if you're doing this on carpet, either hand on the globe or tip the kettlebell over so you're not worried about it tipping on you at all. It's 5 on each side. We're going to go all the way down. We're going to come up, we're going to tap our shoulder and drop back down. So when I say go, 20 slingshot press, 15 of the jump, squat, and front extension. We are doing 10 sit-ups and then 5 push-ups on each side. You're going to make it through that 5 times. I'm going to be doing this part of the workout with you guys. The goal is to do this with as little breaks as possible. Obviously, if you need to rest for just a moment, that's fine. Set your kettlebell down, catch your breath. But the goal is just to get through that list as quickly as you can in a safe manner. If I finish before you, then just hit pause on the video until you get through all of your repetitions, and then we'll go on to the next part of the workout. So diving right into this, since this is still our warm-up, it would be fine if you're using your lighter kettlebell for all of these moves. And let's go into it. Don't forget, keep track of repetitions, keep track of what round you are on. I have the whiteboard here, so if you get through one of the moves and you're like, oh crap, what's next? Just look at the board. I'll readjust the camera once I can get that thing out of the way, so it's not just going to be sitting there the entire time, but you should be able to read off the board what we're doing right now. Alright, we're going into it. 20 slingshot press. And here we go. You're keeping track of your own. Through the legs, bowler catch, press it up. Throw it away. Loop under, catch and press. I'm at my halfway point right now for this first move. I'm now moving on to my jumps with the front extension. I'm going to try not to talk too much during this, just because I know it's hard to listen and count at the same time. With this move though, I'm not going to be jumping because my knee sucks. If you're not jumping, at least get out of the tippy toes every time you come up. Still got that, get that extension at the bottom. Moving on to my sit-ups now. And on to my push-ups. I'm almost done with my first of 5 rounds. Kneeling push-ups if you need to on this, but make sure you get both sides. All right, round 1 is done for me. Like I said, I'm going to try not to talk too much during these, which I know is boring if you're watching this. But I want you to focus on your own movements. I want you to focus on your own numbers here. Hope you're having as much fun as I'm having. On to my sit-ups. I just finished up round 2. Again, make sure you're being safe with your movements. Make sure you're not compromising form at all. If you finished before me, congratulations, you got yourself a little break. Like I said, if you're finishing later, if you're going slower, just pause the video and we move on to the next section. should all be realizing how much this sucks so far, which is good. On to my sit-ups now. Round 3 for me. Make sure you're not flopping onto your back when you do this. Make sure all those moves are controlled. I don't know about you guys, I'm starting to feel pretty warmed up right now. All right, I'm going on to round 4. Keep your breath in check right now. Definitely starting to sweat now. Feeling good. Moving on to sit-ups, round 4. On to my push-ups. If you're keeping up with me or close to it, should be moving on to your final round now. One more time all the way through. You keep going. I'm going to get everything set up for our next block. Whew. Definitely getting warm in here. We're going to give this just a couple more minutes here. Finish up your final block. After you finish here, you do not need to worry about counting repetitions anymore. After this, we're just going to go into time segments. You're almost done with your warm-up. All right, guys, you got 90 seconds left, and then we're going to be done with this section. If you finished already, just use this as a little bit of a breather time. If you're only halfway through your third round, hit pause and just continue to go through, or you're welcome to just stop what you're doing when I say time's up and finish this at the end of the workout where you don't need us doing it along with you. Really important that you're taking this section at your own speed and you're really focusing on your form while you do this. So it is a time-sensitive thing, but form is going to be always more important than trying to do it quickly. All right, you got 30 seconds left. Hang in there, guys. 15 seconds. Last 5, 3, 2, 1, and a little bit of a breather. Like I said, if you want to power through, just hit pause right now. Knock the rest of whatever you have left out. or move on with us, and you can finish the rest when the workout is done. That first part that we just did, that block, if you're limited on time, and if you only have one kettlebell, that's the only workout you need. So that's a really good maintenance workout. I know it sucks, but it's gonna get your heart rate up, you're gonna sweat, it hits most muscle groups. So if you're super busy, even though we're on quarantine right now, give yourself 15 to 20 minutes, knock that out, and then call it good. Moving on from here, we're gonna go into our regular time segments. We are going to be coming down to the ground a little bit on this. So you do want a mat if you're on a harder floor. We're going to get started in just a second. But it's going to be up to you if you have two kettlebells, which kettlebell you're using for what move. I'll give you a heads up. There are going to be a couple moves where I'm going to say like, hey, maybe use your lighter kettlebell. But like always, do what you feel safe and comfortable doing. Even if you're doing this with a dumbbell because you don't have a kettlebell, going through these movements with a dumbbell is still going to be super beneficial. So I'm going to adjust the cameras really quick, finish up your break, get something to drink, and we will keep trucking on through this workout. All right. I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. Make sure everything's in view there. All right, so from here, when I say start, you guys start. When I say done, you guys are done. We're gonna go through our normal time segments. We got 45 seconds on, we got 15 seconds-ish for me to explain the next move. Sometimes that goes a little bit longer when it takes a little bit longer to explain the moves. But that's the basic formula for the workout. 45 seconds of intensity, a very short 15 seconds to breathe in between. If you haven't done this swing with me before, use your lighter kettlebell. We're doing the runner swing. So we're going to start up in our right hand, so you can see it from the side. We're going to be keeping our weight on our right leg, and our left leg is going to follow what our right arm is doing. So like our regular swing, I am going to hinge forward. I'm keeping the kettlebell on the outside of my body, so it's staying on the right side. I'm going to go through this slow, but remember with your swings, you do not control with your arms. This is a posterior chain movement, so you're controlling with your hamstrings, your lower back, and most importantly, the glutes. So left leg and right arm are moving at the same time in slow motion. As I hinge forward, my left leg steps back. As I come up, left leg comes up with the bell. So hinge, bring it up. This move, it's much easier for me to keep my torso in track if I let my empty hand move at the same time. So I'm not putting weight on my left leg. When it taps back, I'm just tapping my toes down, and then I'm coming up to a high knee as the kettlebell comes up. That is our first move. We are starting in 7 seconds. Right hand, left leg moves. Going in 3, 2, 1. Swing it. Come up to balance. This is going to throw you off balance for the first couple if you're not used to this move. Go slow, narrow stance with the legs. Don't smack your right leg with your kettlebell. About halfway in right now, keep it going. We're going to stay in our right hand. You got about 7 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Load up in the rack position. We're going to be doing thrusters, and you're going to imagine that there's a rope tied from your elbow to your knee. So as you come up and press, right leg is going to follow. So right leg goes up as you press, load back up into your squat. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Begin. Get low in your squat. As your right hand presses, right leg comes up. Control it all back down. Guys are kicking my butt today. I love it. About halfway. Our next move, I will suggest using your lighter kettlebell. Coming on to our last 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and we're going to keep the squats going. We're going to go bottoms up with our kettlebell. So again, keep an eye on your bell so it doesn't wobble, smack you in the cheek. Doesn't feel good. We're going to tuck our elbow into our ribs. We're going to get low into our squat. As we come up, we're going to open our arm like a hinge. So like a door on a hinge, bring it back and squat. So tuck it into your ribs while you squat. Open to the side, bring it back and squat. And 3, 2, 1. Tuck it into your ribs. Get low. As you come up, rotate out to the side, bring it back. Notice that as I'm doing that, my elbow's coming up a little bit, so I've got that 90-degree in my shoulder and in my elbow, and then drop it back down to tuck it into your ribs. We're coming down to the ground after this. Got about 15 seconds left here. Stay strong. Don't let it wobble. 5, 3, 2, 1, and we're going to lay down on our backs. Same thing I was saying with the push-ups. If you've got a sports style bell, one of the ones that has the wide base, feel free to have it standing on end, standing up like normal, and get your toes through the handle so you've got your foot on the globe. So I'm going to start off with the kettlebell pretty close to my butt. I'm going to stick my toes through so the handle is going over. I'm going to go up into a bridge. I'm going to hold my bridge, so I'm going to flex my butt. I'm going to stay in my bridge. I'm going to draw big circles with my left leg. If you don't have a sports style bell, or if you're using a smaller bell, tip it over. Make sure that you're stable on it before you put any weight into it. So right foot on the bell. Get that bell close to your butt. Flex your butt to bridge. Draw big circles with your left leg. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and flex those glutes. Get your hips up. Big circles with your left leg. The direction that the circle is going does not really matter. So if you're going in one direction the whole time, that's fine. If you want, change direction after every circle. Did you get a haircut, Sam? Looks nice. Keep it going here. We're going to hit this for about 15 more seconds, then we're switching moves. We are staying on the ground. And we're going to stay on our backs. We're not going into planks yet. Let's give this one 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and we're going to bring the kettlebell into our right hand. I want you to channel your inner banana. We're going to go into a hollow hold. Get this out of the way. So for our hollow hold, I'm laying down. Got the kettlebell in my right hand. I'm going to try to lift my shoulders up just a little bit, like I'm beginning to do a crunch. I'm going to get my feet up just a little bit, so I'm not holding them up here. I'm going to hold to where my body is in the shape of a banana. I'm going to try to keep that position the entire time as I press. If you're feeling any tension in your lower back, drag your heels in just a little bit. Keep that press going. Try to keep your shoulders up. You're going to try to keep your lower back pressed into the ground the entire time. We're going in 5, 3, 2, 1, and begin. We're going to come into our first plank after this. Thank goodness, right? It's been so long. We're 40 minutes into the workout. We haven't done a single plank yet. We're about halfway into this one. Our next move when we get there, we're going to be doing our pull under to move we're all used to. Make sure you get a big range of motion with the kettlebell because we're going to hop into our beast position every time you pull through. We're coming on to our last 5, 3, 2, 1, and into your plank. Does not matter what side the kettlebell starts on. You're going to reach underneath your body. So if it's on your left, right hand's going to grab it. Again, big range of motion here. Pull through. And so you can see from the side, I'm either going to step in or I'm going to hop in. So once I pull through, step in, step out, or hop in, hop out, and then pull it back. Every time you move the kettlebell, set it down, bring it in, bring it out, and repeat. We're going in 3, 2, 1, and begin. More good news. One more plank coming up after this. All right, we're more than halfway in. We're coming up onto our last 15 seconds here. Our next move, we're not using the kettlebell at all. 10 seconds. And by not using it, I mean we're not going to touch it. So it's going to be out in front of us. 3, 2, 1. I want you to keep that beast position in mind. So that move when you hop your feet in, this time it's going to be our hands moving, and we're going to be drawing a V with our upper body around our kettlebell. So I'm going to start in my beast position with the kettlebell in front of me. I'm going to walk my hands one side, bring it as far back as I can, and then walk to the other side. So you can see it from the side. I'm getting far back. Walk to one side, keep your hips low, bring it back, walk to the other. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. On your hands, walking back and forth, bring it as far back as you can, out to the other side of your belt. You're going back and forth here, you're keeping your butt low. So as you're walking back, I don't want hips coming up high and then back into your plank. Keep your hips low. Doesn't matter where the kettlebell is at. Even if it's 5 feet in front of you, you're making that movement as dramatic as possible. We're going to get about 10 more seconds here. We're going to flip over onto our back again. We're going to start working through our moves on the left side. 3, 2, 1, and we're going to go back into our hollow hold. So you're going to lay on your back. Lower back presses into the ground. Get your shoulders up. Get your heels up. Left hand press. So keep your core working the entire time. Left hand chest press. You've got 7 seconds to get into position. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and feet up, shoulders up, left hand press. Keep that core tight the whole time. We have 4 moves left on this block. So we're not far from the end of this our second section here. We gotta get our bridges next. Got 15 seconds left. So we're gonna get our left foot on our kettlebell. Right leg is drawing circles. We're just working on the opposite side. So these are moves we've already done. 3, 2, 1. Get your right foot in on your belt. Keep that belt close to your butt. Left leg, should be left foot on the belt. Losing my mind here. Right leg drawing circles, or whatever the opposite that you did the first time. 1 foot on the bell, 1 leg drawing circles. We're going in 5. In 3, 2, 1, begin. Keep your glutes squeezed together, drawing big circles with your free leg. Hips are staying as high as you can get them. We're coming up to standing after this. We have 3 moves left. The same first 3 moves we started with in our left hand. More than halfway in. We have 20 seconds left here, and then we're going to come up to standing. I'm going to recommend the light kettlebell because we're doing our bottoms up. 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1, and bottoms up. Elbows tucked to the ribs. Keep your eyes on your belt. Squat. Open up to the side. Bring it back and squat. You got 10 seconds to get up and off the ground. Left hand bottoms up. In 5, 3, 2, 1, and squat. Open up, remember those 90 degrees. 90 in the shoulders, 90 in the elbow. Tuck it back to your ribs. Get your butt low. We're doing our thruster with our high knee next. Coming on to our last 15 seconds here. So we're going to go in our regular rack position. Left leg follows your left arm. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and breathe. So our next move, the thruster. Squat. Press. As you press, left leg follows. All right. 3, 2, 1, begin. Squat. As you press, imagine that rope from your elbow to your knee. And then get as low as you can back into your squat. We're doing that runner swing. That's going to end this block. That one we're letting our opposite leg track with our arm. So we're going to stay in our left hand. You have 15 seconds left here. All right, here we are, last 5. 3, 2, 1, and last move on this block. Left arm is swinging. We've got a narrow stance with our legs. Our empty hand is going to track with our weighted hand. And our right leg follows our left arm. So hinge forward, right leg back, high knee as you come up. We're going in 3, 2, 1, and begin. Like I said, this is the last move on this block. We're going to take a little breather. I have a few fun moves to end our workout with. We're going to get those blocks just a little bit longer, but honestly, we're not that far away from the end of today's workout. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. Last 3, 2, 1, and put your weights down. We have just a few more moves we're going to work through. Use this as a little bit of a breather time. Keep your body moving. Get something to drink. Let's see. All right. Tail end of our workout here. We have 5 moves that we're going to work through. And then if you didn't finish that whiteboard workout at the beginning, when we're done, that's when you're going to hop onto the to finish off whatever you didn't finish at the beginning. Our first move, we're going to be switching hands. We've done this move in classes before, and I've done it on the virtual class as well. We're going to be doing a swing to a pivoting Cossack lunge. So use your light kettlebell if you're not used to this move. Every time we come back up, we're going to switch hands. So I'll demonstrate from the front and from the side, and then we'll start. So we're going to start off. Doesn't matter which hand, but whatever hand the kettlebell whatever hand has the kettlebell is going to be the same leg that goes back. I'm going to swing. I'm going to rack. As I rack, I'm going to pivot and load up this back leg. Face front, swing, switch hands, and then load up onto the other side. So from the side, notice my toes are facing forward. Swing, rack, pivot, load up. Switch hands. It's going to be a little bit weird to get used to if you haven't done that one with me before, but it is a leg killer, so have fun. We're starting that one, alternating hands in 10 seconds. Swing, rack, pivot into your Cossack. Switch hands, swing, rack, pivot into your Cossack. 3, 2, 1, begin. Make sure you're switching hands every time you come back up to standing. Since we don't have as many moves on this round, we're going a little bit longer. So just keep this going until I say we're ready for the next move. Not all of these moves are going to be this intense. Just a heads up, we're going to slow it down. We're going to focus on our arms next. But we're more than halfway into this one. You got about 15 seconds left. 10 seconds. Nice and easy. We're going triceps next. 3, 2, 1. And I don't care what hold you have on your kettlebell, as long as you're not hitting your head. We're going to do a tricep press every time we come up. Knee comes up with us. We're keeping our biceps locked to our ears so we're not opening up our elbows. And every time the leg comes up, I'm not allowing any leaning of the body. So body stays in symmetry. Alternate what leg comes up. Here we go. In 5, 3, 2, 1, and begin. Triceps with high knees. We got our biceps coming up next, but we still have a while on this one. Make sure you're getting full extension. So make sure that those arms are coming all the way up. You're not doing any little half tricep press. Get those arms all the way extended. Drop it back down as far as you can. Got about 20 seconds left. Like I said, we got biceps coming up next. Last 3, 2, 1, and upper body. We're going static bicep hold. So 2-hand grip on your kettlebell. Again, I don't care how you're holding it. You can go by the horns, or you can go bottoms up. You can go crush grip, whatever works for you. But you're going to keep your arms at 90 degrees, and you're going to keep your elbows locked into your ribs. So you're not pulling your elbows back for this one. You got the kettlebell out in front of you. We're going to alternate back lunge and squat every time our feet come back together. So arms don't move. They stay right here, locked at 90 degrees. Right leg back. Squat. Left leg back. And squat. Keep that kettlebell far away from your body. 3, 2, 1. Begin. Bicep lock, lunge, squat, lunge, squat. Make sure you're switching the lunging leg every time you finish your squat. We're coming down to the ground next. Keep it going. Biceps should be feeling good right now. 20 seconds. Two moves left. Last 5, 3, 2, 1, and coming down to the ground for our last 2 moves. We are going to be on our knees for this first move. So if you're on a hard floor, please get something soft underneath your legs, because we're going to be on our knees. I'm going to keep a straight line from my knees through my hips to my shoulders, and I'm going to have the kettlebell racked at my chest. So I'm just holding the kettlebell for extra weight. Really focus on that straight line. So as you're here, flex the abdomen, flex the butt. So you're gonna have a strong lower back the entire time. Kettlebell at your chest. You're gonna lean back just a little bit. You're gonna feel your quads stretching out, and that's good. So you have that stretch through your quads. And we're gonna slowly rotate back and forth. So you don't need to lean back really far. Kettlebell at your chest. Rotate, bring it back, and rotate. Anytime you need to, come back up to a straight line, give your legs a little breather, and then lean back. But I want you to keep your butt flexed while you do this. We're loading up in 7 seconds. Flex your abs, flex your butt. 2, 1, lean back. Rotate, bring it to center, rotate, bring it to center. Since these are long rounds, if your legs start killing you, set your kettlebell down. This is going to be good exercise with or without the weight. If it's too easy, lean back just a little bit further. You want to feel that burn in your quads as well as in your core and in your glutes. We're going to lay all the way down on our back. We've got about 30 seconds left here. 20 seconds. Then we're going to go into a bridge. This time the kettlebell is going to be in our hands. It's not going to be our feet on it. Last 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and into a bridge, two-hand grip on the kettlebell. Get your feet as close to your butt as you can. We're gonna hold our bridge, so keep your butt flexed again. Arms stay fully extended. Tap down overhead, bring it back up. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, and bridge. Tap it overhead, flex through your lats to bring it back up to the top. Keep it going. We are almost halfway in here. All right, we're coming on to our last 15 seconds. Keep it going. 10 seconds. Last 5, 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, so the bad news right now is that I lied to you. We're not done. Almost done. Use this as a little breather. Just to finish off the workout, we're gonna get a Turkish get-up on each side. So the good news is that we're doing Turkish get-ups, everybody's favorite. So this will be the end of our workout unless you didn't finish the whiteboard, in which case, when we're done with our get-ups, we're just doing one on each side. Bring it back to this bad boy, finish up whatever rounds you didn't finish the first time through. So a reminder on those moves, 20 slingshot press, 15 of those extensions at the bottom of your squat, with a jump, 10 sit-ups with a side rotation, and then 5 push-ups on each side. Or just feel free to rewind the workout, take a little screenshot of that, and then finish when this is done. But, end of the workout. 1 Turkish get-up on each side, load up into your right hand. You should all be used to this move with me. If not, message me after the workout. I'll teach you how to properly do a get-up. Try to follow my tempo here so you're not doing this at your own speed, even if you are a Turkish get-up professional. Try to go with my tempo. I'm going to go slow, and we're going to appreciate every single section that we're in. Sorry, hold on just a second here. I went too long on my live feed and it's trying to kick me off. So we're going to start those get-ups in just a second if you're watching this on YouTube. Sorry if you're hanging in there with me on YouTube. All right, sorry if that cut you off on the live feed. Went a little bit too long, but here we go. We got our Turkish get-ups. In our right hand, right foot all the way to your butt. Left arm stabilizing off to the side. You are following my tempo. Here we go. To our elbow. To our palm. Hips up. Remember, we're appreciating these moves here. You're going to drag your left leg through. Knee to the ground. Shoulders are coming up. Back leg is going to pivot. Now we're going to stand all the way up. Now reverse all the way through. Left leg back. Knee to the ground. Pivot your back leg. Find the ground with your left hand. Kick your left leg through. Keep your hips high. Butt down. Elbow down. And shoulders down. Finishing up, we got to get the other side. So we're going to transfer the kettlebell, not pulling it over our face, but a little rainbow arc over the top of our head, because we do not want to drop the kettlebell on our head. Left hand to the ceiling. Elbow. Palm. Hips. Right leg is going to drag through. Knee to the ground. Shoulders. Pivot your right leg. Stand up tall. Right leg back, going backwards now. Pivot your right leg. Find the ground. Kick through. Drop your butt. Drop your elbow. Drop your shoulders. And gently set your kettlebell down. Just like that. You are done with the workout, unless you need to add in the rest of your whiteboard. Otherwise, thank you so much for giving me a little bit of your time. Again, sorry on the live feed, went a little bit past an hour, so it cut off right at those Turkish get-ups. But you should be good otherwise. Thank you for giving me your time and your sweat. We're going to be doing this again soon. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys.